and welcome to video 8 of our dplyr series. This module we're going to talk about the verbs rename, relocate, and summarize. So rename simply does exactly that. It will rename a variable. So for instance, say I don't like scheduled departure time. It's too long and I want to do something different. So I can do rename, and I put the new name. Let's say I want to call it this with snake case. I'm sorry, camel case instead of snake case. So what it was scheduled departure time. So if I do that, you can see now scheduled departure time has been renamed. Now remember though, I did not reassign this back to flights. So if I look at flights, it will not have that change in it because I didn't assign it back to there, right? So if I wanted to change the name permanently, then I would need to come in here and say, oh, that is now going to be flights, okay? And do that, and let's see, where did the command go, my rename command? There it is. So now if I look at flights, it has been changed, okay? So another thing, so the next verb I want to talk about is relocate. This is a new verb with the latest version of dplyr. So this is dplyr 1.0. If you don't have dplyr 1.0, you need to go back and download the correct version, update your packages so that you have the correct version of dplyr, because otherwise it's going to give you an error. It's a new verb that just changes the order of variables. So we can use it to move a single variable or a group. So let me show you. Here's moving a whole group. So if I take everything from, this is going to take from departure time all the way through arrival delay, and it's going to move it before the year. Okay. If I did not give it this argument of before, I can give it a before or an after argument. If I leave it off, the default is going to be to move it to the front. Okay. So I can use any of my select helper verbs. So for instance, I can say, okay, I want to take everything that contains the word delay, and I'm going to put it before the departure time. Okay, so you see now I get these two, departure delay and arrival delay, have been moved in front of departure time. If you want to move something to the very end, suppose I don't like the year, month, and day being out front. It just takes up too much space, and I can move it after the last column. So I could move it after a column name by specifying which column here, or I can move it to the very end. Okay, so now I can see year, month, and day are at the very end. The last verb we're going to talk about in this video is the summarize verb. And what summarize is going to do is it's going to collapse my whole data frame to a single row by doing some summary statistic of it. So for instance, I can tell it to summarize my flights data set, and I'm going to now compute the delay to be the mean of the departure delays. Now remember, because I've got NAs in there, I need to remove those, or it doesn't know how to compute the mean. Right? It thinks, oh, I don't know what that value is, so it would just give me an NA if I don't remove the NAs. So when I do this, I can see, oh, there's the mean departure delay of the whole data set. Suppose instead I want the median. Then I just can change what, and now I find the median actually half the flights left early and half the flights left late. Okay, now summarize is going to be really great and useful when I combine it with the thing that we're going to talk about in the next video, which is group by. A lot of these verbs that we've talked about will be used in combination with group by to give us some really powerful data analysis techniques. So stay tuned for the next video, and then we'll practice some.